gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of the ScoreKeepers podcast, where we are always keeping the score. I am one of your hosts, Robert. To the left of me, we got Stats and Research.
Yo.
In parts unknown, we have Khalil.
What up?
And last but not least, to the right of me, we got my boy, Clayton.
Howdy.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
No, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Do you?
I heard you had a fun time last night.
Oh, we had a time.
I heard. Do you want to share?
I mean, it was a back outside boys type of night because the guys hadn't been out. It was a guys' night. The guys hadn't been out in a while. Mm-hmm. Just the guys. We had and so of course, a lot of drinking, a lot of partying.
Shots.
Except for me.
Except
for Khalil. Khalil's like the adult in the room.
Khalil's still dry.
He still stacked them on. At one point, he stacked the Red Bull on top of the other one.
He was working on two.
Oh, you were double fisting Red Bulls, just straight Red Bulls.
Till 8 o'clock this morning, actually. So.
Are you fucking around?
I'm dead serious.
Jesus Christ, are you?
You
okay?
called Robert at like 10:30, 11.
I went to sleep at like 8. Yeah, I stayed asleep for like 2 hours, and then got back.
God bless you.
I just want to let you know. I asked him if he was going out now, and he said that he was so probably going to go out since we're having an early podcast. You know how insane that is, running on 3 hours of sleep?
Only because...
Where are you going out to?
I don't know. He came in jeans.
Here's the thing. I'll put on jeans and my Timbs and stuff like that because, like I said, it was pouring rain, and when I left my house, it literally started clearing up like 10 minutes after I left my house. So I'm like, I might go to the beach. So I'm going to have to go home anyway. But,
okay.
And since we're recording early, I got the rest of the day to do nothing.
But I heard you had a rant.
Yeah. Okay. I think I said this before.
You've said it on a plethora of podcasts.
I know, but sometimes you just really need to. People now obviously they're not getting the message. You know, I need to do like Dr. Umar. I need to say it like 3 times in a row for people to gauge it. Look, man, you can make this clip. I don't care. No, you probably shouldn't because it's mean. It's like, what is this, age discrimination?
Who the fuck cares? Who is 50 listening to this podcast?
PC, I gotta keep PC now. Just saying. Well, your dad's like 50.
Yeah, but his dad probably agrees.
Wouldn't be at a club.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Wait,
yeah.
what'd you call my dad?
I was gonna say his dad, but
like
your dad, but he was talking, so it sounded like his dad.
I'm just saying, man. Let's do this quickly. There was like a man. He probably was pushing 50, if not already 50, at the club, wearing like some old like fucking like what was it, leather red jacket, looking like should have been like delirious. Like, come on, man. I'm just saying, bro. There should be an age limit on. At a certain age, you shouldn't be out.
What you mean, man? It was grown and sexy night. Pause.
He should be at doo-wop night. That's where he should be. That's where the grown and sexy go to. You don't need to be at the hub. Like,
remember when we saw Pitbull at Dicey's?
Yo!
Yeah,
do you remember that? That guy.
But you know what bothered me?
That guy had to be at least 45 years
He
old.
was like there, and like at least that dude, he was just kind of having a good time.
No,
or whatever.
he wasn't.
He was out here preying on the 18-year-olds, dog. Get out of here.
Homeboy was doing. Well, okay. Homeboy wasn't doing that much different last night. I saw him trying to move. I'm like, yo, he kind of moved. Trying to bump me over. I'm like, if you don't get your old ass up out of here while I'm here, this is my time. Okay?
My time.
I'm young, not you.
For
I'm
how
just
long?
saying, huh?
For how long?
I'm not that. Look, you will not catch me in the club past 32. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, past 32. Okay,
No,
that's a solid number.
That's not.
That's
after that, you won't catch me in there past 32.
Okay.
I'll be at like the wharf or something, maybe.
Social
You'll transition to the lounge.
The
lounges.
Day parties, more brunches. You know, I'm maturing, but I'm not gonna be like 35 at no hub with like a bunch of like 20-year-olds. Like, come on, man, I'm better than that.
But I mean,
get a family. There's mad single moms out here. Go get one. Get out of here. They got mad kids.
what do you think he's
They're
going
at the hub.
Yeah, he's trying to find some women.
They're not at the hub. And
Some
if they're
of
at
them
the
are.
hub, that's not the ones you want to date, because that means they're not taking care of their kids. That's another story.
Any woman has... Never mind.
Oh, you don't want to finish that off?
Nah, man.
You're not gonna go into the. You're not gonna tell Clayton about your revelation.
No, I prayed on it. I prayed on that this morning. I'm still mad about it, but I'm letting it go. I'm not gonna go after him.
On me?
No, not you.
Not him.
Oh.
He had seen the light apparently momentarily, but
You know he has this take that like certain people shouldn't be with certain people.
Yeah.
he saw the light.
I usually don't agree with him, but like last night I had enough. I saw something that like disturbed me. And
You're not going to tell him about Felipe?
No, I'm not going to go into...
Oh, I'm sorry. Andres Carlos?
Andres. We call him Andres. Lil Andres. I've had enough of him.
Okay.
I feel like Clayton wants to hear the story. You should probably tell him.
I mean, we only have 2 segments today, so I might as well tell the story.
You tell it.
I wasn't upset about it.
Someone tell the fucking story.
All right, so we're at the hub. This it was a couple females, both bad as hell.
Okay.
Light skinned females. One of them in particular.
Nah, he was like agreeing with you. Sorry.
Yeah. One of them in particular, as they were there for like most of the night, but as we were leaving at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever.
Pushing through.
We walked past, saw them again, and one of them was booed up with a little diminutive Latino brother.
Little fella.
And that did not that sparked something in Robert's spirit.
Sound like hate.
See, that's usually what Robert tells me. But the Lord spoke to him.
And what did he say?
The Lord said it's okay to hit another man?
And the Lord spoke to him in that moment. And I guess the Lord spoke to him again this morning and changed his mind.
And you prayed on little Andres? Is that his name?
I don't like to have that type of hatred in my heart. That's all. I don't want to be carrying around that type of hate. That's not good for me. Doesn't help me get my blessings, But come on, man. Enough is enough. That was ridiculous. Come on, man. There's no way he could pull her. Come on now. And no disrespect to him.
As you would tell me, Robert.
Maybe he has a great personality.
Yeah. You don't know that.
Yeah. See?
You saw that dude.
See,
He was rolling with
here.
his 3 homeboys. He had the least personality out of the 3 of them.
Why would you know that? Anyways.
You could just tell. Get out of here.
He low key he was wearing
See?
like generic everything.
He looked like he shot at.
Look, I'm telling you right now.
All his stuff.
We're coming on here ranking on little Andres.
I'm not
right?
ranking on him.
But maybe Andres is out right now taking care of his girl.
That's not. He ain't got no girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Taking who?
Taking her to brunch.
He ain't got no money. That's all he was wearing. He ain't got no money. He broke. He broke.
He says he has hate in his heart. He doesn't want hate in his heart. All he's doing is hating right now.
These are factual things.
That's
I'm not
crazy.
hating on him.
I just want to point out I've never like actually said that some of these people are broke. It's not about whether you have money or not. So I'm just
No, your thing is a little off. We'll leave that alone. That's a little questionable. But no, he's broke.
He's out here spewing straight hatred.
Honestly,
I'm wrong.
Yo, I told you I got past it because like last night I was going on a rant about it. But
He was very upset.
I was very upset. But I'm
On the car ride home, he played "Piss on Your Grave."
and that's when you know I'm like, oh, and I played I'm upset
all
because
right.
I'm upset.
Damn, that really striked your spirit.
Yes,
That's crazy.
Yes, the Lord spoke
For
to
no
him.
reason.
No hate, but he looks like a loser. I'm just saying, it's ridiculous.
All right. You know what I have to say to that? Keep the fight going, Rob.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we have big news this week. No football, obviously. No baseball. No other sports. Basketball, though, huge news. We have Kyrie Irving asking for a trade before the Thursday trade deadline. Coming out of completely left field, honestly. I didn't really see this coming. But I have some trades since Brandon and Robert came at you guys with some trades on the Friday show that I wasn't a part of. The one thing I do want to say is that the discussion that you two had, Homer Pod, the discussion that you two had.
You weren't there. You can't.
No, I was going to say I agreed with it.
No, I'm kidding. Every time you say Homer on the Thursday shows, you say Homer Pod here. On the Thursday shows, you're not usually on them. So I say it's going to be a Homer Pod. Clayton's not here to stop me.
But
The inmates from the asylum. on the Friday pod.
That's right.
the pod, what you guys were discussing about the Miami Heat, Khalil, I'm 100% on your side.
Concerned Heat fan.
Concerned Heat fan. But as always, concerned with anything, so take it with a grain of salt. But I do like some fresh faces. I do. My trades today, they have nothing with the Heat, but I do want to see some fresh faces because what I'm seeing from the Miami Heat recently is atrocious. The thing that he put in the chat yesterday with Dwayne Dedman made me want to throw my phone into the lake in the back.
You want me to read it for the people?
Yeah, if you want. It was one of the most atrocious, like, just run of stats that I've seen recently. But on top of that, I do also agree with Brandon because we know how Pat Riley is, and he always is like, he's still looking at the future when sometimes he should be looking at the now. But, like, I understand I don't want to give up too much. Like, I don't like giving away Victor Oladipo. You know, I don't want to give up Tyler Hero, as crazy as that sounds. I still don't like him. But, like, there are trade assets that we have that I would rather keep for the long haul because if Kyrie is leaving, I would rather trade for Kevin Durant.
Well,
I would rather trade for Kevin Durant.
I don't want Kevin Durant.
This is like the third time.
I would take Kevin Durant in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
This is like the third time in the past.
Aren't you talking about?
They just
Sorry.
step on my shit, huh?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, this is like the third time in like the past 2 years that Kyrie and KD have been available for trade. So, I mean, we could do that carousel again, but like at some point you got to find other options. You can't just be holding on to Kyrie sweepstakes.
Well, Wolf of Wall Street said, I ain't fucking leaving. But why wouldn't you, just real quick, why wouldn't you want KD if you always talk about dynamic wings in the NBA?
Because Kevin Durant's like 36.
That doesn't mean Kevin Durant can still be
He
Kevin
can still
Durant.
play, yeah. But have you seen what Bam Adebayo's doing?
I agree with you, but
I'm building for that.
KD can build around that.
Nope, he's too old.
That doesn't mean anything.
You get Kevin Durant, you're building with Jimmy.
Wait, say that again?
You get Kevin Durant, you're building with Jimmy.
Okay.
That's Jimmy's timeline. Jimmy, like at this point, with what we've seen from Bam Adebayo this year,
Then we have two of the best dynamic wings in the game, Brandon, along with
or
Bam Adebayo,
yes,
which is
But-
fantastic.
or I could get somebody who's younger, like Pascal Siakam, who closer fits Bam,
Who's in my trade, by the way?
who will probably be available, if not at the deadline in the offseason. So, like what you're seeing from Bam, he's shown you this year. I mean, hell, even in that Bucks game last night, he showed he didn't have the big scoring game, but he took over in certain moments, particularly on the defensive end in the last couple games. The Knicks game, who did they play before? Was it
The Knicks.
they played the Knicks, and who did they play before them?
Oh, that I don't
I
know.
can't remember.
I couldn't tell you.
I can't
Was it
remember.
the Hornets.
Was it the Hornets?
That Sunday.
The Sunday game against like he had was just phenomenal. Like took over, like especially I think it was in that Knicks game. They had like no offense. It was putrid. It was gross. And Bam Adebayo just said, "Nah, like just give me the ball. Like we're gonna make this happen." So you're seeing that he's really becoming like showing that he is a superstar.
Yeah.
And so that's where my focus is. I've always said this. I've said this for like the last 3 years. If the Heat want to be a legitimate title contender, Bam has to be their best player. So I'm going to make moves to build around to supplement my best player.
We'll get to Kyrie soon because we talked about Kyrie in the chat a little bit. But
I actually changed my mind on that, by the way, but we will.
okay. I had some trades that I don't know if you guys wanted to discuss that I came off the top of my head. Do you want to hear which one do you want to hear first? Like the little ones, or do you want to hear the blockbuster trade? That like
Whatever
the old school ESPN trade machine type of blockbuster trades that you guys would do.
Whatever you want to go with.
I'll start off with the big one. This is my blockbuster, okay?
Okay.
The Lakers get Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball, and Javonte Green. The Bulls get Russell Westbrook, Patrick Beverly, and Matt Christie, and probably, I don't know how picks work, but sprinkle in some picks in there.
The Lakers would probably have to give up maybe like at least a first.
For Zach LaVine and
Actually,
Lonzo Ball.
no, they'd probably have to give up both their first because they got the
That's two.
So two?
Yes.
But would you take that trade if you're the Lakers?
I take that trade I'll take any trade if I'm the Lakers, to be honest
But
with
would the Bulls want to do that trade?
you. First things first. Actually, I don't even think that trade is that good for the Lakers because they get Lonzo Ball, who God knows when he's playing basketball again.
That's what I was gonna say. You were saying if the Bulls would want to take that trade. I don't even know if the Bulls want Lonzo Ball right now because no one knows what the fuck is going on with Lonzo Ball and his knee. He doesn't even know. His camp doesn't know. The Bulls doctors don't know. Nobody knows.
Yeah. So where did that trade come from?
What do you mean?
Did you come up with that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
I thought it was like a Bleacher Report trade.
Oh,
'cause
no.
they've had some ridiculous ones, but
No, that was like just a fucking crazy blockbuster trade. I have one that I personally think that the Bulls should do, which is something for Fred VanVleet. I don't know where the Raptors are right now in terms of standings. You probably know better off the top of your head.
they're like 12th, I think.
From
12.
I would say from what I heard, it's a fire sale over there, though.
That's what I'm
Everybody's
thinking.
pretty
That's
much
what I'm
available.
thinking. And I'm a fan of Kobe White, for the Chicago Bulls, this was probably my favorite trade. I'm not the biggest fan of Van Fleet at all, anyways. But the Chicago Bulls, they were banking on Lonzo Ball, and Kobe White I'm a fan of. But they need, like, I guess, would you consider Van Fleet veteran leadership?
Yeah, he's been in the league long enough.
Yeah, so you would I would somehow try and trade Van Fleet to the Chicago Bulls, and at that point, they would be at least a pretty decent team. At least you have a point guard that's not sitting on the bench watching the games because you don't know what the fuck is going on with his knee.
That's not really that's a good in theory. It's not a good trade in practice because those teams don't really match up. So what I mean by that is what the Raptors want, at least by all accounts, they're what they're looking for in trades, whether it be OG, Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet. If they trade any of those guys, they're primarily looking for young players to surround Scotty Barnes with. The only young player worth a damn in Chicago is Patrick Williams.
Yeah.
And they're not going to trade Patrick Williams.
Touche.
For Fred VanVleet.
Touche.
So, like, that isn't really,
Again,
especially because, like, I would say, like, maybe if anybody other than Masai was running the Raptors, you might be able to get that past him. But Masai out here, like, he wants like a fair trade plus like more.
Touche. All right, this next one, you guys were talking about OG Anabui or Anaboy. Ananobi. My bad. My fault. This one actually has trades involved, picks involved. The Raptors would get OG. The Raptors would get Danny Green, Zaire Williams, and 3 first-round picks. And the Grizzlies would get OG. I know we're not the biggest fans of the Memphis Grizzlies here, but
They wouldn't do that trade either.
why would you say that?
Zaire Williams, again, the whole point of the Raptors, they're trying to get young players to surround Scotty Barnes. I mean, Zaire Williams is, like, kind of interesting, but, like, he's at best probably a role player, like maybe your 8th man, like, at best.
The 3 first-round picks don't entice you?
The Raptors want young players. Like, they'll take the picks, but
That's what I'm saying.
primarily they want young players. Like, because they're not trying to, like, start over. They're not, like, necessarily blowing it up. It's more like a reset. So, like, a person like Patrick Williams is really good because he's a good player. He's a starter. He's not, like, going to be your best player or anything like that. But, like, he's a starter, and he has a couple years experience in the league. The picks, yes, I'm not saying that they don't want the picks. The picks are valuable. Masai always loves draft picks. He'll take them. But in a trade like that, if you're going to give up OG, especially with Memphis and knowing Masai, that trade starts with Jaren Jackson.
Okay.
And, like, if Jaren Jackson is not on the table, I'd find it hard to believe Masai would even pick up the phone.
You're mighty quiet. You can obviously talk about these trades since you are trade connoisseur in yourself. Please.
Not too much.
Come on, man. Come on. This one, I have one for Jay Crowder. Finally getting him off the fucking Suns. The Phoenix Suns would get Patrick Beverly, Wenyen Gabriel, and Juan, I don't know his last name. Toscano.
Oh, Juan
Anderson?
Toscano?
Yeah.
Juan T?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Juan T. And then the Lakers would get Jay Crowder and Cameron Payne to help with their 3-pointing.
The dancer?
Cameron Payne doesn't piss me off as much as a lot of people
LeBron's
think.
declining that trade.
You think so?
He gonna snuff Cameron Payne before he even wants to.
Cameron
they
Payne
don't like
can't
each
shoot.
other.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
true.
I mean,
That's funny.
they need us all the help that they could possibly get. And, Jay Crowder is on his last legs, but I think he could give them something.
I wouldn't say he's on his last leg.
He's on his last
He
legs.
didn't look that bad last year. I mean, remember, the only
Boss
reason-
Man 99 is on his last legs.
I don't think, again, for Phoenix, I actually think Phoenix, what are they, like 8th in the West? Like they've kind of fallen off a cliff.
They are
because of injuries.
They're 5th.
They're 5th, really? Oh, okay.
Ooh,
We talked about it. We talked about it last week that the West, or the week prior, that the West is just all like. It's moving.
Yeah,
all,
it's
moving all
really
over the
compact.
place. Yeah.
Do you know who's the 3rd seed? Anybody want to guess the team? You get a gold star. Anybody want to guess the team?
The third
The
seed?
third seed?
Yeah, in the West.
It's not the
cheat.
Grizzlies. It's not the Warriors.
It's New Orleans, is
The
it not?
Pelicans.
Nope.
No, they just lost.
New Orleans is actually the 10th seed right now.
For real?
They're
Serious?
losing.
Oh shit!
Wow.
I mean, they were on a 9-game losing streak.
The
They
Oh,
Mavs-
just won.
Jesus Christ.
The Mavs just lost to the Warriors last night, right? Yeah.
The Mavs are the 6th seed.
It's not
It's the
the
Clippers.
No, but you're close. The Clippers are the 4th seed.
Grizzlies
Close.
are second. Denver is
Yeah.
1. It's not the Warriors?
No, the Warriors are the 7th seed.
There's got to be other teams in the West. Who the hell?
It has to be someone shocking.
You said it's not Phoenix.
No,
Did
But you
Portland
said
turn it
close.
around?
Portland's the 11th seed. No.
Oh, ooh.
No, Portland is definitely not it.
I don't know. We're gonna name every team.
You said it's not the Mavericks. Somebody said the Mavericks.
Do you want me to say the team, or are you going to keep? Somebody wants to get this gold star. So
I'd say fucking say the team. I don't care.
Whatever.
a team that has one of the 3 best duos in the
The
league.
Kings. Oh my God.
Are they really third? Nice. Good for them, man. The least problematic team on Twitter, as taken by a poll on Twitter. Last trade. Pascal Siakam is a part of it. This one involves picks as well because I was just kind of freeloading. The Raptors would get DeAndre Ayton, Dario Saric, 2023 first round pick, the 2027 first round pick, which is a top 4 protected in 2028, and then the Phoenix Suns would get Pascal Siakam.
That's actually not terrible. The only thing I would say is the Raptors would probably have to move Chris Boucher. But I'm also not sure how much the Raptors like DeAndre Ayton.
No, I heard they were interested. They were interested in him.
Because that's like what you said, young guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would work.
I don't know how old Saric is. He's kind of young, right?
No, he's older.
He's older?
He's
He
was
probably he's not
international.
as old, but like he's
Yeah.
he's probably like close to 30.
And he's the one who tore his ACL, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he hasn't really been
The
since
greatest.
he tore his ACL. Like he's basically been
He's
like,
28.
non-existent.
Yeah.
But that one is a little. That's kind of interesting. But I'll be honest with you. If you wanna, are you finished with the trades? Is that your last one?
That was it. Yeah.
Okay, so we can use this as a segue
To
Kyrie.
Kyrie. Okay.
Because as you said at the top of the show, he requested a trade.
Yeah.
One of the teams that is supposedly interested is the Suns.
Have we seen his preferred trade destinations though?
Supposedly he has not made a list.
I thought he did. Okay. Go
Well,
ahead.
he had the list like the last time, like in the summer.
Yeah.
He has not. I believe it was Windhorse or Woj. One of them said that he hasn't like made a list public or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like known to the Nets, I guess. But it is believed. I think it's fairly similar to the summer. It's the Mavericks were interested in the summer.
The Mavericks already called.
The Clippers are interested. The Lakers, obviously. The Suns are supposedly interested, and many people have mentioned the Heat. Although, and so this will transition to what we were talking about in the chat. I said I was on board. I've since heard that, per 5 Reasons Sports, many people within the Heat's front office, including some players, are not really. I'm not going to say they're like they don't want Kyrie. They're just kind of like, are we sure? Like,
I can get the reason behind that.
and so I can too. And so because of that, I'm out on Kyrie. I don't want to. I wouldn't want the Heat to trade for him.
Okay.
Now, if they do ultimately, like, look, I'm a fan. I'm here for it, but I would prefer them not to. And in fact, I would actually prefer him to get traded to the Suns because I believe of all the teams, when you're talking about bigger moves, as far as the Heat concerned, whether it be OG, Pascal Siakam, I think the Suns are probably one of the few teams that have a better trade package than the Heat.
Yeah, I couldn't get behind that. All young, very young.
They got quite
Chris
a bit of young
Chris
talent.
Paul's the oldest player on their team, I think.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
They do have Chris Paul, and so as far and a Heat Brooklyn trade is unlikely anyway because they as a team they don't really match up in particular because of their goals. Like the Heat want to win, Brooklyn wants to win,
Yeah.
and so they're gonna want players that can help them win. The Heat don't have that. Duncan Robinson is basically one. He's injured anyway God knows when he's playing again. And he just
4 months the last time we talked about it.
4 weeks.
4 weeks. No, Jovic was 4 months. You're right. My bad.
It wasn't. We don't know when he's playing again, and then he just hasn't been good.
No.
And
he
then
has not been good.
Kyle Lowry, like in theory as a player, maybe even in the summer, actually probably would have been is a more attractive proposition to the Nets.
Mhm.
He hasn't really been good. I do think a lot of it is, at least some of it, is a product of how he's used in the offense.
Yeah.
But there is also undeniably there is a great deal of it that is just kind of like maybe his body's kind of telling him it might be time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not sure that they match up. They don't really match up the best, but the Suns do present a challenge when it comes to acquiring a big time player for the Heat.
Do you want to talk about the Suns first, or do you want to talk about the Heat first? Because I was about to pass it to him.
Oh, we could take this wherever, man.
Because you're talking about fresh faces last week. Kyrie Irving, fresh face, can obviously, when he's on the court, can change the game. Definitely an upgrade from Kyle Lowry. Definitely an upgrade from what Dwayne Dedmon has given us. He will match up very good with our team, I personally think, especially in the pick and roll. I know he doesn't do a lot. I know it's a lot of ISO, but, you have Bam there. You're going to have to pick and roll. This is a fresh face. Would you want him on your team, outright, or are you still depending on the price? There's obviously two untouchables, which is Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. So with that, would you still want him on our team?
Tyler Hero is untouchable.
I was going to say,
from what I understand. At least in a Kyrie trade.
If Tyler Hero has to be part of that deal, then I wouldn't.
Then
take
no?
it, no.
Okay.
Anybody else? Bam, Jimmy, and Tyler, they stay automatically. Anybody else can go.
And you're totally fine with that?
For Kyrie, yeah.
Okay, because you and me both have talked about, and, we're obviously cool with Kyrie for the games that he misses, unless it's his baby sister's cousin's third birthday party or something like that, because he does miss games. You can't go around that. But when he is on the court, he's a top 5 point guard in the league. So that's my biggest concern. If where the Heat was, is he going to stay on the court? Kyle Lowry, just he's bad and he stays off the court at the same time. Are you gonna play the game? That is my biggest concern with Kyrie.
He will play the game. My honestly,
some I'm sorry to cut you off. Something minuscule can turn all this sideways.
That's my only issue at this point. Is at any moment he'll just wake up one day and be like, I don't want to be here anymore, and then just cause a fuss. I don't have time. I really don't have time for that. The talent alone is worth taking a chance on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think if we get him, we immediately become a contender.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely agree.
I would disagree with that.
I think so.
Really?
Caleb Martin at the 4 is not good enough.
I feel like we would, if we make that trade for Kyrie, I feel like Pat would do something else for a 4 in sense.
I would think so too, but specifically just talking about if you just get him doesn't make you a contender. You need the 4.
Okay.
They're just too small.
I'm not concerned about that. But
Caleb Martin actually, I'm sorry to cut you off again. I know I've been doing it all day. But Caleb Martin has been rebounding surprisingly pretty decent for how tall he is.
He's rebounded fairly well.
But that's
not really the problem.
The problem is the defense.
Did you watch that Bucks game? Did you see what Giannis did to him?
I was actually watching the Warriors-Mavs game.
Oh, God bless you. But yeah. You watched that? I think we did talk about this on the Thursday podcast. Quite frankly, the way that Bam and Jimmy have been playing all year, and Tyler Hero for the most part has been playing. I don't think the Heat are that far from to be a favorite. It's Pascal Siakam, a Kyrie, and maybe a 4. Mm-hmm. It's a bigger trade like that, but to get themselves in the discussion, they could get back to the conference finals and hey, maybe they can make to the finals if they gel right and they get a few things going. I don't think they need that much. I think it's a 4. It's really just get something out of the pieces that you're not getting anything with. You have $28 million in Kyle Lowry that's giving you nothing, and you have Duncan Robinson, $16 million who's giving you less than nothing. So if you can find a way to turn those contracts into probably 3 or 4 players that, like they said, they don't have to be great. We talked about it. Marcus Morris, Norman Powell,
PJ.
a PJ Washington, Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
Or maybe like you trade both of them and you make two separate deals and you get 2 or 3 like role player kind of guys and possibly like a guy you could start at the 4. I think a trade like that can be enough, to give the Heat certainly get them back to the conference finals and possibly to the finals. So,
Kyrie, see or no, and explain because I need a beer.
Yeah, I pick him up from the airport myself. It's my guy. The only thing I am concerned about, though, I don't like personally, it's just wild. Like, his team was actually starting to kind of get it together. They were playing well. They had some camaraderie. And he just kind of is like, yeah, I'm not getting my money. All right, yeah, no, I'm out. And from even what I hear, most of the players allegedly on the team are not upset by it as much, actually, on the Nets. No, they all understand why he's doing it, like, financially. Like, they're not mad because he wants to get his money. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it just I can't have a guy on my team who I have to rely on and he can just do something like that. It could just throw off the whole team.
And
This is
look,
the 4th time it's happened. Right?
The thing with Kyrie is, and I think people, particularly in the media, they portray Kyrie as like, I saw this today. What's his name? That Sean Rochester dude works for 5 Reasons. He's out here like calling Kyrie a bad person, which is like utterly ridiculous. Like
Adrian Wojnarowski, bad teammate.
You could say he's a bad teammate. Like, that's fine. I don't even have a problem with that. Even though, at least from what we can tell, like, for the most part, his teammates do like him as a person. Now, doing stuff like this, is that best for the team? No, it's not. And because you do stuff like that, yes, you're a bad teammate. Did you have something to say?
No, I was going to say that one time in Boston we came back from injury and, like, went in the locker room was like, yeah, some of these people need to go. That was the only time I was like,
I remember that, yeah, in the press conference.
But, like, let's be honest, though. Like, LeBron has done the same thing. And we don't kill LeBron for it.
He didn't blatantly say it like that.
Yes, he has.
I don't remember him sitting down in the post-game interview saying some of these players need to go. I don't remember him saying that.
No, he didn't say it. He literally showed it on the court that year. They had Isaiah Thomas. He just like low-key just stopped really trying to play basketball. He was just kind of like casual.
Okay, but that's not looking at a presser and saying, yeah, some of these players. They
no, I said no. I'm saying he didn't say it. I said he just showed it.
That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between not saying it and showing it.
That's
Mad
simple.
players show that they don't want to be somewhere. That's nothing new. But blatantly saying it out loud.
I will also, on top of that, saying in multiple other interviews, I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere.
A white boy in Boston. I ain't going nowhere.
I'm not leaving Cleveland. I'm not leaving Boston. I'm not leaving the net. Like if you keep saying that and you keep leaving, that's the problem.
Even the last time he decided he wasn't gonna leave, he even said, "Yeah, man, I can't leave KD here alone. Like I can't do him like that." 3 months later.
But listen, look, the thing is,
that's our biggest gripe.
Well, back to my original point that I was going to make is that it's kind of part of the reason why. Look, if the Heat or like some players aren't comfortable or aren't sure, I wouldn't even say comfortable. Like they're just not really sure about dealing with it and what that would be. Like if they decide ultimately that no, we're gonna pass on this, even if Kyrie goes for a bag of potato chips, like I don't even care. Like just
I would care.
No, if they make that decision, I'm fine with it because Kyrie is a certain type of player. He's a strange player. He doesn't fit. Yes.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's been rolling around on Twitter, but this was obviously, I think, from 2017 when Jimmy Butler was talking about how he loves Kyrie, how he wants Kyrie on his team and shit like that. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yes. No. Like he look, Kyrie and Jimmy they're known friends.
Yeah.
Like they're close friends.
Mm-hmm.
Even like when Kyrie had the whole thing in Boston and he left, and although I low key don't blame him for that in Boston, they tried to make him a scapegoat for something that proved to like not be his fault.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you blame that year for him, you traded him, like he's gone. You were like worse the next year, and then like Brad Stevens had left after that. Like it was probably more of like a Brad Stevens problem. Like he had lost the locker room and you were trying to scapegoat Kyrie for it. But it's just the thing with even Jaylen Brown at that time. Well, not at the time. He was in that situation with them when Kyrie got suspended earlier. Jaylen Brown like picked up the sword and the shield and like went to war for that brother.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So like people like him.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? But he is a particular kind of. He's a strange player in sports in general because it seems, again, I don't know him personally, so I won't say these things as fact, but it seems to me from what I could tell, sports is not what's most important to him.
No, No, that's fine.
And that's like that's a
it's
little.
okay.
It's
But
okay.
You sign a contract.
I'll say it's okay until you sign a contract and tell
that's what
people
I'm
you're
saying.
going to show up to work.
You
That's where it
sign the
becomes
contract to play the game. That's what my biggest gripe is with that,
And
and,
that's-
I think that's what everyone is.
But where I would say, and I'm going to come to his defense a little bit. No, he can't sign what isn't put in front of him. The Nets chose to trade for him. Or sign him, sorry. They chose to give him a contract and sign him, knowing about what happened in Boston. And knowing, like, prior to that, Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? You know, the only, quite frankly, the only organization that I could give a pass to in all of this, like, all of the Kyrie stuff would be Cleveland, because this is where it all kind of started there. And even then, like, he was kind of clear about it before they traded for LeBron that he was, like, not really happy. Because he felt like they weren't treating him as a franchise player.
Get LeBron.
No, this was before they signed LeBron.
Oh, okay.
Like those whispers started to come out.
Oh, I get what you're
because
saying.
like the rumors had been like for a whole year prior that the Cleveland might look to try and get LeBron if he opts out, and but Boston, he didn't want to play with LeBron. He said he wanted like his own team, and you traded for him, and it, at least from what I could tell, you might not have like treated it. You kind of maybe treated him a little similar to the Cavs did. Like you didn't treat him as a franchise player, like you would for a LeBron, for a Tatum, or Joel Embiid, whatever. So like that's kind of your mistake. The Nets, same thing. If whoever trades for him now, and if you give him an extension, and he does something like this again,
How old is he? 30?
He's like 30,
31.
31, 32?
Yeah. This is like, I'm not going to fault Kyrie. Kyrie has years through multiple organizations, multiple situations, good teams, bad teams, to show you what's important to him, like how he kind of acts, who he is. And I can never blame somebody for being who they are. I'm not going to fault you for that. I think that's a little bit of the problem here in the media is we blaming Kyrie, and you say because he does, like I said, he's odd. Typically in sports.
Well, it's not necessarily odd. I think, like we agreed here with the Black Lives Matter stuff that he does, and just like them as a whole, he does a lot of off the court things for a lot of he donates to schools and shit like that. The shit that he does is great for him, and it's great for the things that he does. But again, like Khalil said, you signed the contract, you got drafted to play the game, and I understand this sounds like weird, but like. This is what your job is. Your job is to play basketball.
But if you don't do your job at work, what happens?
You get fired. Then I understand that. But guess what? The talent is too good. If Kyrie,
that's a team's fault.
And if Kyrie was just up front in the beginning, in front of all of this,
but he has been.
Not necessarily.
Yes, he has. He's shown you over the last 10 years exactly who he is.
Go ahead.
My only thing is every star player has a moment where they say, fuck this organization. That's fine. He's done it at every organization he's been at. That's where it becomes an issue. You can't, bruh, I can't go to every job and lead a place and be like, oh, that place sucked anyway. At some point, you got to look within.
Everybody.
Well, no, but that's what I'm telling you.
If that's the case, there's no team in the league that's worthy at this point because every time you go somewhere,
that's my point. That is my point. If it is that big of a problem, like if you instead of coming here and whether it be us or people in general, the media, instead of blaming Kyrie for being who he's shown you to be over the course of his entire career, instead of when you choose to sign him to a contract.
I understand that, but it's not like he's like in hiding under a rock and people are just like knocking the door. Yo, Kyrie, he's the one that said, "Yo, trade me. I want to be somewhere else."
Okay, but if nobody trades,
to just then do the same thing again.
If he
doesn't want to play basketball, brother.
By all means, go. We're fine with that.
But that's not.
I want Kyrie. If I'm the owner, tell me what the fuck you want to make you happy.
But Kyrie,
because showing it on the court, like Brandon, that's different. If he changes, he's changed since Cleveland, and he's changed since he's been with the Nets. Tell me what you want to make you happy. Because what the Nets did, they got Kyrie in order for him, which I think that was one of Kyrie's destinations, I believe.
I thought that was
That's
the
where he
whole
wanted
thing
to
is
go.
that is
He
when
wanted
got-
to go there.
Well, but-
That's what our biggest thing is. You want to come here? We'll give you the money. Let's go get a fucking ring. And we're going to ask the question because my Nets correspondent to the left of me has been riding or dying. And me personally, I think they're fucking done with. Because Kyrie leaving, KD has fucking Ben Simmons. And that's it. And he's not even playing well. And we'll get there at the end.
I thought that was the dream scenario. I thought we all agreed that when he went to the Nets, it was
a
that
wrap.
it was his organization. They let him do whatever the fuck he want, and he still managed to find a way to not like being there. And then
he wanted to, like, I understand with the LeBron thing. I understand that it wasn't his franchise and stuff like that. But then he got LeBron. He played probably one of his best years with LeBron.
They let
got
him
a
pick
ring.
the coach. They
had
let him
the
smoke
biggest
weed. They let him decide to not play to go to hhis sister's birthday party during the fucking pandemic. They let him do whatever the fuck he wants. And he still managed to find a way to be like, you know what? I can't do it, brother.
And then
I'll give you the keys to the kingdom.
the one thing I will give you that Boston saga because we do know how Boston is here. I'll give you that Boston saga. I will give you that 110%. But the Nets saga and the Cleveland saga, I can't give you because that. We gave them what he wanted. We gave it to him.
But you're not what you're failing to realize. I'm not blaming the organizations. I'm not blaming Kyrie. I'm blaming a little bit of how he's portrayed because, like I said, he's shown you who this is, and I've beat that point to death already. But as far as the organization, like we'll take the Nets for example. Well, I will blame the Nets a little bit where they are at fault. They've demonstrated poor leadership. Like you gave, it doesn't even matter. Like Kyrie,
was it the owner that was talking about that with KD? Was talking about how like we don't need to have the players running the asylum. Pretty much, is that what the owner said? I remember that.
Josiah?
Yeah. He said that, right, or something along those lines.
Something along those lines. Yes. But listen, they've demonstrated poor leadership. Like they're not a well-run organization. Like first things first. We could take it back to this year. Was it this year? No. Yeah. What? No, I'm sorry. Last year, with the he didn't want to get vaccinated, whatever, all that stuff. Joe Tsai, the owner of the Nets, Chinese businessman, very big proponent of the vaccine, was part of the reason why. Look, if you're not going to get this vaccine, you're not going to play. Like, I don't care.
I forgot about that.
They struggled a little bit. They struggled. They got hit with some vaccine or COVID problems.
Especially
and then,
Toronto.
Like after 20, 25 games, like they decided, oh, all right, well, you know what? Like you could play, but you just won't play the games that you can't play.
I'm not gonna cap. I did forget about that. I did.
Like that. Like that's not even like. You literally took a stand for all of like 15 minutes and then you're like, you know what? Forget about it. Poor leadership. You get like giving Kyrie, allowing Kyrie to do whatever, whenever is poor leadership. I don't care who you are. Like, and that's part of
I do think it was a situation where they're kind of walking on eggshells because what happens if you tell Kyrie no? He's gonna want to leave faster.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm telling you is that.
That still leads to him finding a way to want to leave. That's the issue.
But that's what I'm telling you is that is poor leadership. That is not how good organizations, like not even just sports. That's not how good businesses are run. Any organization you have, a team, a business, a club, like you don't run families. Like you just let your mama let you do whatever the fuck you want. Like whenever you want to do it.
I understand that.
Like that's not.
I'm saying it just fast forwards him deciding.
But that's what good organizations, and this is where I'm going to come to the Heat, and it's going to bring my point.
At that point, they thought maybe they could still salvage this and not fuck everything up.
And
that's
a poorly run organization would believe that. Again, the Heat, where I'm going to bring this all back around, where if the Heat decide they don't want Kyrie, no matter the cost, I'm okay with it. The Heat told LeBron James the same thing. LeBron James wanted more power. He wanted to have more say, wanted to fly his family on the jet and everything like that. Pat Riley and the Heat said no. And he left. And yeah, did the Heat suffer for a few years for it? Yes. Some of that their own doing? Yes.
I was going to say it.
But you have like that's what good organizations do. That's what good leaders do. They make the tough decisions. And if you look at the Lakers, yes, the Lakers they ended up getting one championship out of it, but his entire run with the Lakers has like you
Not
can
been great.
argue is a failure.
It's not been great.
And it's because they cater to LeBron so much. The trade
They did cater on LeBron in Cleveland though, and they got one.
Well, they had to play. Oh, hey, great Warriors team, and then Kevin Durant decided too much pressure. I got to go. So
That's the greatest
like,
comeback of all time.
You have to. And look, this is not a shot at LeBron. LeBron is a fantastic player. It's the principle that in sports, in team, what we all, especially in the media too, like to portray. No one is above the team.
That's true.
No one person is above the organization. It does not matter how good you are. The Lakers have sold their soul for LeBron James for one championship. That a lot of people, like as time is kind of go away, they might look at, and they were kind of calling the Heat bubble frauds. The Lakers are the ones that look like the fraud. The Heat have been back to a conference finals since then. Mm-hmm. In fact, of the 4 teams that made it to the conference finals that year, the Lakers have been the worst. All of them. Yeah. The other 3 have above 500 records. The Lakers don't.
It was the Celtics,
and those 3,
Nuggets, Heat, Lakers.
Bucks.
Bucks. Yeah.
Like those 3 teams, the Heat, the Bucks, and the Nuggets. All 3 of them, was it 3 years? That was 3 years ago?
That was 3 years
in
ago.
the 3 years, have an above 500 record. The Heat have been back to a conference finals. I'm sorry, it wasn't the Bucks. It was the Celtics.
Oh.
It was the
I
Celtics.
said that.
Yeah. You're right. It was the Celtics. I'm
we
sorry.
beat the Bucks.
The Celtics made it to a finals.
Yeah.
They made it to the finals last year. They made it to, was it the conference finals the year before that? Then you have the Nuggets have been the number 1 team in the West like twice.
They've been a
But they
little
do
side.
get real
They-
quick.
they haven't-
do-
look,
They do get out of the playoffs real quick.
They haven't regressed like drastically the way
They haven't made it to a conference final since, but they have a 2-time MVP. Like those organizations,
Shaky.
those two organizations. Okay, you're crazy. Those 3 organizations are all in much better places. They all have above 500 records in those 3 years. The Lakers are the only ones who don't.
Do you have anything to say, Boo? Because you've been real quiet. That's fine. Give me one. That's fine.
No, man. It's just like y'all have the same argument all the time.
About what?
What you're literally arguing about right now.
I mean, that's what's in the news. You don't have anything to say on top of it.
I feel like we did this for like James Harden too, like last year.
That's true. I guess. All right. By the way, I wasn't saying shaky with MVPs. Like, just because I've seen what they've been saying about Nikolai recently, talking about a 3-peat, and I saw what Joel Embiid did to him and put like a 40.
I don't think Nikola Jokic is not the favorite. I'd put.
They are claiming him as the favorite.
I don't think he will be. Though.
I think it'll
like
be
it's
Giannis.
now,
It's
like
only
in
because-
January.
it's only because he's
saw
averaging-
February.
It's only because he's averaging a triple double. Did you see
what Joel did him?
I don't know. I trust.
Like I would put.
Y'all still think y'all still think Joel's better than him, right?
I think so.
I don't.
He's not.
Defensively, he's a liability.
Look, Jokic is not like that bad a defender.
He's not the greatest, not as great as Joel.
Jokic is actually a really good defender. He's not like.
Then why'd he let the other guy
He's
put up
not-
40 on him?
He's not is a dominant interior presence. That's what he's not. But he is a pretty good defender.
Going back with Kyrie, it's what's in the news, so we're gonna talk about it. The Lakers. First, let's ask this question to the congregation: do you see him get traded?
He will get
Yes.
traded.
Yeah.
The reports are he's getting traded.
Yes,
There's a good chance. Who knows? Probably by the time this episode drops, he'll be traded.
which is Monday. Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow.
And then by the time we do
supposedly,
the next episode, a request for a trade.
I'll be honest. Supposedly, it sounds like that they're gonna make that trade like soon, like
Okay.
like
I'll be.
before Thursday, because the belief apparently is that the Nets and whatever team trades for him will have other things they want to do, so they want to try and make this trade quickly so they have time.
Makes sense. Okay. The possible landing destinations. Let's start off with a big one. The Lakers, as usual. Do you see him going to the Lakers, and if so, how?
I don't.
I don't.
Think they have the best trade. I personally want him to go to the Lakers. As a fan, I want to see the Kyrie LeBron reunion to see how that plays out. But I don't think they have the best
The
possible
firepower?
chance. I don't think they have the assets to really entertain that trade. I think it's probably the Suns.
Clippers have a better package.
The Clippers, yeah.
That was my next one. But you don't see him going to the Lakers, I assume, Brandon? No?
I mean,
If so,
I
they got to
could-
give up the farm.
I could see it if like nobody else is really interested, but that doesn't sound like it's the case. So
Russell Westbrook with KD again. That has to be the main thing with
no,
that
it would
trade.
be Russell West. It would probably be like Russell Westbrook.
Be the greatest story
And,
ever.
I like
two
to.
first
I
round
need a
picks.
30 for 30. I need a 30 for 30 for that
What
fucking
if-
Thunder
what if
team.
I told
I
you-
need it
Thunder team
tomorrow.
just
I need it
breaking
tomorrow.
apart and then finding each other on the same team, just all over.
Because
the
that's
place
the
and
only
shit.
one that no.
No,
That's not
It's
what I-
Harden and KD haven't played together again yet. That's the only one that's been missing.
No,
Oh
Harden
no, they
and
did
KD.
play
they
together.
did.
I'm crazy.
Technically they have,
I'm
but-
crazy. I'm crazy.
I
I'm
mean, they
crazy.
played like 16
Westbrook-
games
I was about to
together,
say,
but
yeah.
yeah.
Technically.
Westbrook and KD are the only ones that haven't found each other yet. I need that happen. The script is writing itself.
This is amazing.
The script is real. That's a joke.
Yeah, I know.
That's a joke. Relax. Lakers, you see him going to Lakers?
No, I'm going to. Well, no.
Do you think Anthony Davis will magically be healthy?
He's
To be-
healthy now at the moment.
To be honest with you, like
Will he fight through it?
it doesn't sound like the Lakers are like super excited about trading for Kyrie
I went through
because of the extension.
on ESPN. They have trade deadline updates and shit like that. I saw the Mavs, I saw the Clippers, I saw the Heat called. I did not see once that the Lakers called at least once.
No, but they're the ones out here is the most interested in him. You know where I want to see him go though?
What?
I would like to see him go to Phoenix.
You know what? To be honest with you, I can get behind that. But that team, I don't know what it is about that team, but they're like, I'm not gonna call them frauds.
They are frauds.
You said it. You said it. You said it, not me. But I don't think Kyrie is like the greatest thing that could happen to them. I guess you can probably tell me different, but just me watching with the whole DeAndre Ayton saga, the Kyrie thing coming now. I mean, obviously they're gonna have to trade Chris Paul to even do that.
Him to the
but-
Suns. At least, did you want to go?
No, I was just gonna say the fact that they have to trade Chris Paul to get Kyrie means that Kyrie's gonna be the veteran talent on that team. And them light skinned dudes.
I mean,
running
Chris
around,
Paul
it's gonna
ain't
be-
Chris Paul ain't nothing
Chris
better.
Paul's kind of hands off, like he don't care. I
Yeah.
think if Kyrie sees some shit he don't like, he can be like, what's happening here? So
But maybe, DeAndre Ayton on top of that, I'm sorry, but DeAndre Ayton on top of that, who knows if he gets traded or not? They're not keen on signing him to a fucking extension.
They already did.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Look, the thing with the Suns, like for me personally, him going to the Suns is all about the Heat. That's a selfish thing. However,
that is true.
I do believe if you ask me today to place a bet on who's gonna trade for him, it'll be the Suns.
Okay.
I think the Suns absolutely do it.
Make the trade or just place a trade?
No, they will make the trade.
They will
Kyrie
make
will
the
end.
trade.
I'm telling you today, Kyrie will end up in Phoenix.
If I'm the Suns,
put it
I
on
would
the
do
board.
it too.
Because put it on the board right
Put
there.
it on the board.
Because, and I'll tell you why. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but Robert Sarver sold the Suns.
Yeah.
Earlier this offseason.
The owner is going to be the owner of the team before
This
the
week.
deadline. So,
This week.
he's probably going to try and make a splash deal.
There you go.
Yeah, and to get Kyrie, I agree. I saw that coming.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I say it. They're a team. They're kind of like they're fifth. They're like kind of like
Middle
they've
of the
kind of
road.
struggled with health a little bit. It's purely because of health. Like let's be fair.
Yeah.
Like let's be frank.
Yeah.
It's because Devin Booker missed like a month. Chris Paul missed some time. Cameron Johnson missed some time. Like they've been just riddled with injuries. But I absolutely think it's this happens in sports all the time. New ownership comes in. They want to make a splash. The Kyrie is that guy. He's probably the biggest. He's the biggest name on the market. I think they'll absolutely try and trade for him. I think they will get it done. They've already talked about. They're already like come to terms that Chris Paul is on the way out. He will probably, even if they don't trade for Kyrie, it sounds like he might be available in the offseason if if for trade. So I think they can absolutely talk themselves into Kyrie, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. Let's go get this thing done.
Do you have anything to say about the Suns? I didn't even have them here, to be honest with you.
You didn't have because I think they're definitely going to make a trade probably.
The next one on my docket was a lot who they already called was the Dallas Mavericks. I just don't see them meshing well, Luka and Kyrie. A lot of ISO ball from what I can tell. I don't really see how, they both really need the ball. Luka is really
Kyrie is not an ISO player, by the way.
He's a great ISO player.
He is,
though.
but like I don't know if you realize, what made the Nets offense like just unbelievable when the three of them were together on the court. Kyrie played off the ball in the dunker spot. He was like elite. If you don't, do you know what the dunker spot is?
No.
The dunker spot is it's like on the baseline, that little like alley, like probably like 5-10 feet from the basket, like on the short corner area. Like that's kind of like that area near the block is the dunker spot. Kyrie was elite at playing that, and that's really what made their offense so good. Kyrie can absolutely play off the ball.
I'm not saying he can't,
but
I if I'm Kyrie and I go to Dallas, I would. This is just me. I would rather have Luka running around and doing shit.
Oh no! What Dallas
That's what I'm saying.
desperately needs Kyrie
That's what I'm saying.
So that like even like honestly, I am not a fan of this. I don't like this. I think this is terrible offense. But if there's one place this could probably work, the your turn, my turn thing, like Dallas needs to get Kyrie just for that.
I don't think it would work all that great, to be honest with you.
Probably work.
I mean, you honestly, you talked about it earlier in the season how Luka falls apart at the back end of the, not falls apart.
He just gets less efficient. He's tired.
He gets less efficient at the back end of the games because he's scoring 30 points a fucking game. So
a half.
Yeah, 30 a half. So I guess that's where it could work. But if any of these destinations, the Suns, Lakers, Heat, Mavs, and I'll get to the other team, that is where I think it wouldn't work the best, to be honest with you. That's just me.
I think it would because, like I was just saying, it takes the pressure off of Luka always having to make a play every single time coming down the court, which allows him to be efficient and clutch in the late game situations. I think that's kind of what Spencer Dinwiddie is there to do, but he can't do it at the same level that Kyrie
Spencer
can do
Dinwiddie gone if he trades for Kyrie.
Am I not mistaken? He's coming off the bench over there, so
yes.
It's not necessarily the same thing.
Next team on the dock, we already talked about the Heat, but you talked about it earlier. The Clippers, I think they probably have the most firepower to do it.
Oh, I'll actually read you the Dwayne Dedman like 30-second segment or whatever from that game. It was pretty nasty. Robert could tell you I was out here just very, very upset watching Dwayne Dedman play basketball. It was awful.
Aren't we
but
all?
we start here. The Heat they're down 57-54 at the 2:20 mark. I believe this was the first quarter. Dwayne Dedman missed layup.
It's got to be the second quarter.
2:19. No, I think this was the first quarter.
55-54 in the first quarter?
No, I'm sorry. You're right. Second quarter. My bad. Yeah. Dwayne Dedman at the 2:20 mark missed layup. I watched that layup. He couldn't have been any closer to the basket. Wesley, 2:19. Wesley Matthews, rebound. 2:19. Dwayne Dedman, personal foul. Second personal foul. 2:19. Wesley Matthews, free throw, 1 of 1. Team offense misses, free throw, 1 of 1. Wesley Matthews makes free throw, 2 of 2. Dwayne Dedman, 3-pointer, miss at the 2:05 mark. At the 2:05 mark from 27 feet. 2:01 mark. Joe Ingles, rebound. 159. Dwayne Dedman, personal foul, third.
He did that in the span of 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Now that's one player.
Game time.
Now I got the Clippers for you. All right. This is from CBS Sports. All right. This isn't me throwing shit at them. On Thursday, the Clippers blew a 21-point lead to the Bucks, trailing by 1 with just under 2 minutes remaining. This is how their final 4 possessions went.
Oh, Christ.
Kawhi Leonard misses turnaround mid-range jumper. Paul George airballs 3-pointer. Kawhi Leonard misses turnaround mid-range jumper. Kawhi Leonard airballs mid-range jumper. It was like a Clippers greatest hits album. They didn't score a single point in the final 3 minutes and 52 seconds of the game.
What?
This is phenomenal. We have an idea. Hey, look. Hey, we're on this.
Fuck.
We're on this. All right, here we go.
Oh,
And all
baby.
The all
Team should be fined for that. That's crazy.
the all you make me sick team. All right, we already got 4. Kawhi, Paul George. We got Kyle Lowry and Dwayne Dedmon.
Hold on.
We need a 5th.
Why?
Did you? The minus 20? 0 points, minus 20 in the first half against the Knicks?
Hold on.
What?
I think I saw that Kyle Lowry stat line. I think he was 1 for 5 or 1 for 7 with like 2 points or some crazy shit for the game. Ugh,
In that Knicks game? Yes, it was nasty.
miserable.
I just
The
with Kawhi and Paul George, you said you didn't listen to the pod, but when the Bulldogs won the championship, we were talking about this for the NBA portion of the segment. This was obviously a long time ago.
Yes.
I don't know how you feel about SGA, but I sent this to Monday, and I go, use this as you please, okay? Mm-hmm. SGA, in 37 games, has scored 1,140 points. Kawhi and PG have played in 49 games combined. They have scored 1,035 points.
Boy, let's make this happen. I think we can do this. We need a 5th. We're going to ask you, the fans, the 5th. The all you make me sick team. This is great. By the way, another Dwayne. You want to hear another Dwayne Dedmon stat from last night's game?
Yeah, what's up?
The Heat lost by 8. Dwayne Dedmon was a minus 8.
Oh, can I give you a person on that team? Maybe not a starter, but it comes off the bench.
Who?
Dylan Brooks.
Maybe.
Well, all right, Clippers.
I don't know. I kind of might go for Austin Rivers on this one.
Hey,
Wait.
You're running Orlando, all right? Come on now.
That's his city.
You better check in before you go to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, fuck. All right, well, let's get back with the Clippers. Do you see them as being like
Mickey Mouse not going to protect me?
nah?
Well, there's a racial joke somewhere in there since Walt Disney didn't like certain people.
Or how
you're
about
probably
Splash
right.
Mountain and everybody just riding the racist ride?
Yeah.
But all right, just one last
That's why I'm
hurrah
a
for racism.
Universal guy, okay? How to go to Disney.
The Clippers, Kyrie. Can we see it happening? We talked about them having the most firepower to do it. Do you see them going to the Clippers?
Honestly, I could see that. Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet were the 2 point guards they had been linked to previously.
And Mike Conley.
Yes, Mike Conley. I did see that. I mostly saw Kyle Lowry and VanVleet. They don't have.
Kyle goes over there.
They don't have what it takes to get
That's still a
VanVleet.
2-star team. I don't even care.
Where-
Kyle goes to the Clippers.
He'll be sitting on the bench right next to fucking Kawhi. They'll be buddies.
Unfortunately for the Heat, Kyle Lowry has knee soreness.
His
again.
time is up. His time's up.
Bro, I ain't even gonna hold you. I saw the.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry, Rob.
Oh, I didn't send it to y'all.
It's okay.
Time's up. MVP, baby.
When they
Time's
said
up.
when they said Kyle Lowry was out today with knee sores, Chef Trilly had put the Bruce Arian gif.
No, I haven't seen that.
I saw you liked it. I saw it.
Boy, that
Y'all
shit.
need to stop using that. Stop.
Nah, that shit's hilarious. That and the Young Thug every time it send me, dog. Every time.
Man.
Shit.
But yeah, okay, so we talked about the Clippers briefly. One final question to wrap this whole thing up. Coming right at you. You've been very quiet today, Rob.
I'm reading up.
Oh, you're reading up. Good. You should probably read up on Ben Simmons stats.
He's not playing.
Yeah, exactly. You know why? Because he was fucking out with knee soreness, and then he was out on the New York Strip fucking dancing with some fucking model. Did you see that?
What he does on his personal time is his business.
Personal time. He called out of work.
That means what he does on his personal time is his business.
Now you.
I gotta respect the game. I would have did the same thing.
Now you've been riding high on the Nets ever since KD went there. You've been riding high. You've been saying every year, this is the Nets year, and I have been the kryptonite to that, and I just cannot get behind the Nets. With Kyrie being a possible trade target, is this it for the Brooklyn Nets? I need you to be 100% honest, because if you sit there and tell me they're going to the championship, I'm kicking you out of my house.
Look, being honest with you, that's all, folks. It's a wrap. It ain't happening. I've given up. I thought they had a chance this year of really finally doing something.
They're playing well too. I mean, it's unfortunate that KD went down with his injury. Shout out to Bam. I mean, not Bam, Jimmy. But I don't know.
Sometimes, in life, sometimes, you have the pieces.
I told you.
But they're like
you don't buy the hype.
The stars just don't align,
But
They
isn't
should,
that Kyrie's thing to look at the stars and realign or no? That's not his. No.
those in him.
Is this Nets run worse than them trading for the Boston Big Three?
No.
No.
That's catastrophic. No,
Yeah,
no.
that was real bad.
That
How
was
many first
catastrophic.
rounds? How many first
No,
rounds was
because you
that?
gotta-
No,
wasn't
they
as
gave up
bad-
four.
Four
They gave up
picks.
4 first round
Here's why
picks
it's
for
bad.
them.
Here's why it's really bad.
But their best result was what, a second round exit?
What, this year?
Yeah.
No, that Nets team with
That-
Paul Pierce.
But Paul
and-
Pierce
Yeah,
and
they
KD.
lost
They
to
got
the Heat in
swept.
5.
Yeah.
No, they
Yeah.
got swept,
Second
I
round
think.
exit.
No, they lost to the Heat in
They won a
5 one
game?
year.
Yeah.
I think that was in the second round.
Is this iteration of Nets any better than that? Let's be honest here. It's not.
Who you
it's
taking?
not-
Hey,
it's
let's
not that
ask.
much better.
Let's
It
ask
really
Paul
isn't.
Pierce who beat Nets 5.
No, that Nets that's really catastrophic. That's that's arguably one of the worst, if not the worst, streak in the history of the NBA.
But what is this Nets team
You know what's
done
ever-
themselves?
I'm sorry.
Have they even made it to a conference final? No.
I mean,
No,
You know
but
what's
they
always
got
wild
they
to
didn't
me?
trade
but
anything
they've
for
at
it. I
least-
guess.
But they've at
that's
least
that's the biggest thing.
and they've at least been like the number 1 seed some years. Like they've actually been like a good. They weren't like they were trash all the
Number
time.
one
They have
seeds-
excuses like.
number 1 seed, second round exit. That's not,
Their
that's
big
not
three
doing
played
nothing for
16
them.
games together.
But like here's
That's
the thing.
pretty
At
bad.
least but at least they had like they can say it just didn't work out for whatever reason. But they had and some things were out of their control, like COVID or whatever. But they literally got like Kevin Durant and
COVID or refusing to take
Kyrie
the
Irving in
chances.
their primes. Like they traded 4 first round picks. They traded 4
But
first round
here's
picks
the thing. Here's the
for
would-
washed.
But listen,
washed.
I understand. But wouldn't you rather have washed talent that actually plays and doesn't
They
live up to
didn't even
expectation?
play. Garnett was off the team and after he gave
like
you like
after a year and a
yeah,
half.
he was done.
Yeah.
I understand that, but that's better than just dudes not being on the court because of injury or for whatever personal reason they got.
I would
and
much-
it just never come into
I
fruition.
would much rather have this iteration of this team than that team. That shit was fucking trash. And that not even just them two.
Darren Williams was
Darren
on that
Williams
team.
fell off a
Yeah.
cliff.
Yeah.
We almost thought Brooke Lopez was complete garbage.
Lead. No, he's not.
Who?
Is he the Nets franchise point
All-time-
leader?
all-time points
That's
leader.
right.
Brook
That's
Lopez?
right. Yeah, he is. That's right.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah.
believe so.
They talk about it every fucking national TV game when he's with the
And it
Bucks.
seems like after
Yep,
this trade deadline,
10,444
after
points.
this trade deadline, looks like he's still gonna hold that record. So, because if Kyrie leaves, at some point you got to have the conversation of what
About
the fuck
KD,
KD's
yeah.
gonna do. So,
You want to
Yeah.
guess who's second? Who
Richard Jefferson.
Nope. You get a
Kenyon Martin.
Ding. You'll get a ding.
Another gold star?
You'll get a gold star.
Kenyon Martin.
You should be the one if you're gonna get it.
Kenyon Martin.
Because them two, they probably not.
Vince
gonna-
Carter. No, he didn't
No.
play
But
that
he's
long.
third.
I was just gonna say.
Vince
Oh,
Carter's third.
really?
He's third on the list. And Richard
Jason
Jefferson is
Kidd.
fourth.
Jason Kidd.
I was gonna say
He's
Jason
5.
Kidd,
Come
but
on, he
I
can't shoot.
couldn't
Come
think-
on now.
Yeah, I was saying he
Ace him.
didn't really pick it up.
Two. Who's 2? Did I say Kenyon Martin already?
Wait, what's the years? Give me the years, real quick.
If I tell you,
Nah,
said
if he
that
tells
you-
me, it'll
I
give it
know,
away.
I need to
No,
know
if
how
I
long
tell
they've
you,
been
you
a
would know.
team.
Yeah, that's what I'm
'Cause they've been
saying.
a team for a while.
no. Remember they played they were in the AABA.
The
Then they moved to
ABA.
NBA.
It's not Julius.
No.
No,
Yeah.
God, no. He's not even on this list.
Kerry Kittles.
No, he's not even on this. He's not
I
even
know
in the
he's
top-
not.
Oh, he's 6 on the list.
Kerry Kittles?
He's 6 in
There's
the
no
story.
way.
Yeah.
Doug Christie.
I'm trying
No.
to go through. That sounded weird. I'm trying
2K.
to go
Oh,
through.
you by 2K should know who this is if you keep up with the 2K rosters. When you play 2K over the last couple of years, so you
You
should.
think I'm rolling with the Nets when
Oh
I play
my
just
2K?
when you do when we
God.
do drafts. Okay, are you ready? 'Cause
No,
I'm
hold
gonna
on,
be-
hold on.
Wait, can I ask
Stephon Marbury.
No, come on.
He didn't play there long enough.
No, I know. Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Was he a part of the team when Vince Carter dunked on Alonzo Mourning?
No,
Oh, so it was before that.
it's way before that.
Way before that.
Are you guys
Oh.
ready?
Moses? No.
No.
What's his name? What's that dude? Damn. I forgot his name. Holy
You
shit.
you had me with Richard Jefferson. He was there forever. Who is it?
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Charles Linwood, Buck Williams, baby.
Bro, you could have gave me a million tries.
damn.
Brandon would have gotten it though.
I never would have gotten
I
that
thought
shit.
Brandon was gonna get Buck Williams.
Damn.
Are the Nets done?
Oh yeah, they're finished.
Are the Nets done?
Well, it's been as done as has been saying for like the past 2 seasons.
1 for Clayton, 0 for Robert.
About what? The Nets?
Yeah.
It's not technically over though.
It's
What?
fucking a wrap. It's
Let's
a
just say,
fucking
let's
wrap.
just say hypothetically in a Marvel universe.
Oh, here we go with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Is
All of it too. Like
Let's-
Nets, Kyrie,
Fucking
KD,
done.
KD MVP allegation. I remember when that was a thing. Wolf.
what if
Fucking
that's
Ben
messed up.
Simmons, he's coming back allegations, all of that. Just
What he said, like Jordan,
wrap it up.
played,
Yeah.
he's like they're looking like Michael Jordan. Oh, that was crazy.
God damn, bro.
The worst part is they're still gonna be around.
Who?
The Nets.
Oh.
I blame Jay-Z.
That's the real dangerous rumors
I blame Rock Nation.
instead of the Heat. I'm not going to say so wild.
Oh, fuck. Is that the show?
I think so.
Speaking
Is
of
that the
Rock
show?
Nation, I still didn't get my invitation.
so.
I think it got lost in the mail.
Wait, to what?
Did you see?
I didn't switch my address yet because remember I moved.
Did you-
so
Oh my God!
Did you
my
see?
Rock Nation brunch
What?
invitation?
I'm gonna say
probably got
his
sent to the
first.
other place.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say his
Come on,
first.
Tim's was there. I was
I'm
like,
gonna say his first name, but I can't say his last name. The guy that was in the movie for Nope. His first name's Daniel, the actor.
Yes.
The public
Oh, the
defender.
public
Oh, what
defender.
he was wearing?
Bro, did you see what he was wearing?
He got
He
that.
looked like Comedy
Showed
All
up-
Stars
showed
fucking
up
year
late to court in the
1999.
morning and just he was wearing the suit he wore the night before. Just rolled
I
out of
didn't.
bed,
I
just
didn't know
ran.
Steve Harvey still made suits.
Oh shit! Great actor. Bad dressing choice. Great actor.
Guarantee people gonna start wearing that. People gonna start wearing oversized suits.
Not again.
Guarantee you, they're gonna bring it back.
Not again. I mean, it's
Baggy-
better.
The baggy
it's-
slacks were kind of fire.
Oh,
though. Come on.
relax.
Stop
When
it.
Tim
You look
Duncan-
ridiculous.
When Tim Duncan came out with the brown polos and the big ass fucking pants, nah, dog, it's a
Nah,
fucking
the baggy
rap,
slacks
bro.
were kind of way.
Nah, man.
I just didn't like the
Tim
oversized.
Duncan.
The oversized jackets were a bit much.
No, Tim Duncan. Oh
the
my
baggy-
gosh.
Tim Duncan was
no.
rough, man.
There's some
rough.
bad years. Oh my gosh. No wonder he
About
divorced
Kyle
his
Kuzma
wife.
just
He's-
like an airbag.
Oh.
I'm laughing at 2 jokes at the same time. Oh man.
Oh fuck. All right.
Kyle Kuzma is somebody I wouldn't mind trading for if I can get it from like a smaller deal.
I don't think they're trading him.
But I don't think they would.
Rob,
yeah.
say it for me, boo. That's two.
That's two. Can you stop him, please? I feel uncomfortable.
Say it for me. Why can't Kyle Kuzma come? Pause.
Oh,
Personal reasons. Personal reasons. Personal reasons. Now look what he does on his personal time, his business, but personal reasons. We know why. You should not say that. Or you leave that happy family alone, okay? If I'm correct, they just had their second child. Congratulations to them.
Shout out to
Harlem.
Was it, oh yeah, Harlem. Yeah. I was gonna say Brooklyn back.
Wait. They named the child Harlem?
Harlem
yeah,
Hero.
we said about it last week or
Harlem Hero,
whenever
bro.
they had the baby.
No, man, he's out here. He's
Where are they from in Harlem? Who
he's
from?
keeping the fight.
Alive.
He dresses like somebody from Harlem.
He can't swim.
Well, Kyle Kuzma came with the flotation device.
All right, let's wrap this show up. All right, we're just talking shit.
Oh, yeah.
Khalil, final thoughts,
Gone
bro?
too long.
That was longer than what I
Nothing
thought.
really.
Whenever Khalil says, quick podcast, it always goes for 2 hours.
It's a curse. Let's just stop. Pat, I trust you, brother. Give me something, though. I can't do with the cow. They might not even be able to trade him with his fucking knee sort of bullshit. I don't know. Pat, just give me something. Get somebody off the team. One of those 3 bums have to go. I can't do it anymore.
Wait, what's the 3?
Duncan,
Dwayne? Oh, Duncan.
Kyle,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the fucking mechanic who's closed on Sundays.
Mechanic was your man's though. Don't
He
do that.
was
No,
until
remember-
he fell off a cliff.
Everybody got their mechanic until the one time he screw you. He tell you
Yeah,
you're taking in for oil change. You come back, your engine done, Carter.
Fucking spark plug is out. Yeah. Remember last year, bro? We were sitting at the same table. We were calling him Wilt Chamberlain.
I was like,
We were calling him Wilt Chamberlain as a joke.
Dwayne Malone.
No, Dwayne Chamberlain. We've
Yeah,
moved
Dwayne
on.
Chamberlain.
It's now Orlando David Robinson.
All right.
Is that it, Khalil?
Red Bull.
Ooh, pit
unveiled-
stop. Pit stop? Did you see that pit stop for Red Bull?
No, I missed that.
Oh,
I was
okay.
talking about
What?
they unveiled their.
I'll
new,
show you.
Their new F1 car. It looks like the same as last year. They just like moved some stickers around a little bit. That's it. But
They don't have the wings in it. The wings this year.
the buffalo wings barbecue.
Yeah.
Because of the catering.
Yeah, of course. A lot of people on your team. You know, you gotta.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. You know damn well if this was America, like if that was like that, if this was like an American sport, whoever owns that Red Bull team would have slapped like a Wingstop logo on there.
Probably. Yeah, like
As like
just,
a troll.
Like out of spite.
Like,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
What was I gonna say? In 2026 though, they're switching
Ford.
manufacturers to Ford.
Who's Ford taking?
Well, they're right now is Honda's their manufacturer. Honda was actually supposed to drop out from Red Bull last season.
Ford is gonna take Red
Yeah,
Bull.
they're gonna take over for Red Bull.
Are you sure you want? You know what Ford? Fix or repair daily.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, there go your man's
The
cool.
most excited. Hey, Ray Lewis.
Someone said, so speaking of Ray Lewis,
The script?
no. Oh,
Did you see that one?
dude, Arian Foster throwing out the script was the greatest day for sports Twitter, for basketball and football.
I haven't
That's-
seen one that's missed yet.
No, not one.
Not
but
one.
Someone tweeted out, what would happen if Ray Lewis was playing today? And someone said, unnecessary roughness on number 52, Ray Lewis on the defense. No? Okay.
Oh, in terms of like he would just have a hard time. Being
Yeah,
able to
because
tackle people.
exactly. Yeah.
Damn, I thought somebody would have made the he killed somebody
That's
joke.
the job. Yeah, so they're switching over to Ford. I don't know how I feel about that. But it is what it is.
Might be out here
That's what
looking
it
like
Tyler Huntley, I told you.
fucking who was Fernando Alonso's team?
Told you.
is. Was he part of
NBA would
Williams
never.
or Alpine?
I think
he was part of
Alpine, yeah, looking
Yeah.
like them out here.
I mean,
Engine trouble.
I mean, but in other realms, Ford does make good engines. Like their GT3 series cars are pretty good. So we'll see how it goes.
As a once tool
And
driver,
NASCAR, not for nothing. They make good.
as a once
cars, yeah.
tool driver, that Ford dealership that I would always drive to was
Whole lot of-
busy as
whole lot of
fuck.
stops.
Busy as fuck, man.
What can you do? Fight the power as always. I guess. I think that's all I got.
Okay.
Brandon, do we have an offensive coordinator yet for the Hurricanes?
They're still looking. I'd be the only name that I've heard that I might die if he got hired is Doug Nussmeier. But what, you have something?
Did you hear about Brian Schottenheimer?
Yeah, he's gonna be the Cowboys OC.
Do you know how bad he is?
He's not good.
Not great.
Wasn't that bad. Y'all gotta stop. I could look up his resume. You gotta stop.
I got it for you right here. This is gonna be Brian Schottenheimer segment.
Didn't he like revitalize
Shut
Matt
the
Schaub?
fuck
Come
up.
on, man.
No,
when
he
was
didn't.
that?
No,
that
he
was
didn't.
like 15 years
No,
ago.
I got it right. I got it right here. Washington Redskins in 2001. They're called the Commanders now. Quarterbacks coach, 28th ranked offense.
Oof.
The San Diego Chargers quarterbacks coach from 2002 to 2005. The only years of Drew Brees' career where he didn't look Hall of Fame level.
Oof.
New York Jets, 2006 to 2011.
Yeah, you could just skip that.
Offensive coordinator wasted some of the NFL's best defenses with Mark Sanchez.
That would have been more of a personnel issue. I don't
The
know if that's
St.
really
Louis
him.
Rams, 2012 to 2014, ranked 25th, 21st, and 21st respectively in offense.
Hey, after he left, they ran a middle school offense. I just want to say.
Georgia, in 2015, 80.
Oh, that's right. He was your offensive coordinator.
85th in offense and got Mark Rick fired.
I mean, Mark Rick then his son became his coordinator. Was that really better? I'm just saying.
Son was a quarterback's coach.
I'm just saying.
Indianapolis coach, 2016 to 2017. I just had this discussion with Colin yesterday. This is why I'm bringing it up.
Made Andrew Luck quit.
30th in
again.
offense in
Once
2017.
again, is that his fault that they had no offensive line?
The
Come on
Seahawks
now.
from 2018 to 2020 didn't let Russ cook. The
can't cook.
The
Come on.
Jaguars passing game coordinator and quarterbacks coach 2021.
That's Urban Meyer. We're not gonna do that.
32nd in offense with Trevor Lawrence.
That's Urban Meyer.
Widespread dysfunction.
That's Urban Meyer.
Sounds like a Schottenheimer problem.
there's a lot of places he's been and it hasn't gone good. So
I feel like y'all putting too much blame on him. Like, relax. And I was wrong. It wasn't Matt Shot. It was Kyle Shanahan who
just gave you.
revitalized.
I just gave you a resume.
that's
Sorry.
not great.
No, it's not good either. Brandon, sorry.
Yes, still looking. Who knows who it's gonna be? But there was a report that came out yesterday that Kevin Steele is a top candidate
Okay.
for the defensive coordinator at Alabama.
Todd Grantham.
Yeah, Grantham. Shout out to Todd Grantham. Getting back into the league.
The Brian Schottenheimer of defense.
Third.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Boy. Can't.
Disrespect.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Like Kevin Steele, would have loved for you to stay, but I'm going to need you to go ahead and accept that job. Nick, do me a favor. Just hire him right now. You don't even need an interview. You look up the Wikipedia page. It speaks for itself. Go ahead and hire him so I can hire me a defensive coordinator that can coach linebackers, and then I can go ahead and just get DeMarcus Van
What
Dyke
happened?
on staff.
I just want to apologize to the fans in attendance at this Pro Bowl. You paid money for this bullshit.
Bitch,
Do you see
your
what the
man's
fuck is
playing right
happening
now.
here?
Breaking news. Kyrie Irving has been traded to the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, shit.
Let's go.
Oh, my
Let's go.
God.
And this podcast is voided. There you go.
We have the package. The package is Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith,
Let's
a
go.
first-round pick, and multiple second-round picks. The deal has been made.
Price of the brick wasn't that high, huh?
No, it wasn't.
no.
No, it wasn't. I mean, you like Dorian Finney-Smith.
I
That's what
do.
I'm saying. See,
We could've made
what-
that-
he Twitter about to go
We could've made that
crazy.
trade.
He Twitter's about to go crazy.
Crazy. Wow. We did all this for nothing.
Yeah.
We got some jokes though.
We did get some jokes
Got
off.
some jokes off. That's all that matters.
Fuck.
Crazy. Interesting.
Oh, this going. By the way, this is going on anyway. I don't give a fuck.
Heat Twitter has already reacted. Chef Trilly.
Oh no, no.
Pat Riley, little picture there with a big old circle
And
line through it.
fuck.
He has canceled Pat Riley.
You saw you follow that guy Austin, right?
Yeah, Chef Trilly.
Oh, that's his name.
That's his name.
Oh,
Austin Chef Trilly.
Oh, his name is always Fire Pat Riley.
Yes.
God damn, we really did a whole podcast for nothing.
Fuck. Man, if we weren't fucking babbling for so long, the pod would actually end it.
It is,
and then we would've
yeah,
got-
exactly. God damn it. So, all right, real quick. How do we feel about
So
the
how do you
trade?
feel about that?
Real quick, bro.
I think it's great for
Herman-
Dallas. I don't
Herman
think
been
it's
coming
that.
for like 30 minutes.
I don't think it's that great for the Nets.
He goes back to the Nets. Did he?
Who?
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah,
yes.
he
He was there
He was
during
there before he went to the
their
Mavericks,
fun
right? Yes,
times.
Yes, the good time, the good
Oh,
days.
when everybody was happy, yeah.
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 For Harden.
Good for them.
Simmons, too.
That's interesting. So now, that's interesting.
That's not a bad. That's actually not as bad as I thought. I mean,
That's-
a lot.
that- no,
Just
I mean,
just picks.
I think the only thing that
Wow.
Good for Dallas
I really
though.
thought
Yeah,
the Suns,
go
I really thought the Suns were gonna go for it. I really did think they were just gonna do
Well-
whatever they could to seal that deal. But shit.
I really thought the Lakers would pull it out. I guess they're
With
but-
what?
No, it's true. But anyway, they got bigger. You know, they got to get their
Well, shit,
own.
it appears like Westbrook probably. Well, I mean, you still got to put stuff on top of it. But I mean, Westbrook being the centerpiece probably would have been enough. But Pelinka doesn't use that fucking phone apparently. So he just sits around and watches.
He's not
everybody else
making the
make
calls.
moves.
It's Rich Paul.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah,
that's
I know,
fucking
I know.
crazy.
That's why they about to go get Dominic and Drake. He already
yeah,
signed
he's
them.
a clutch client now.
Yeah, send the cards.
That wouldn't be too bad for them.
The
don't think
greatest things I've ever seen in the history. You know, I can't be mad at it. White people do the same thing. Actually, I'm gonna leave LeBron alone about it. I'm letting it go now. No disrespect.
Well, any more final thoughts? Because obviously, I guess we'll talk about it more during the trade deadline.
Wow.
That fucking sucks. That it did it. It literally
Oh, this
happened.
is
just now.
trash. Oh, geez, I just saw Pete Davidson. Yeah, then you turn this off TV.
It's like fucking 6-on-6 or whatever the fuck they're doing. This is.
Oh, you're gonna be
terrible.
really upset. You know when that first round pick is from?
Me?
It's from.
It's from 2029. That's when the
Oh,
pick is.
dude, we could have got it for nothing. Oh my god.
I'm not even gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you.
Wait,
That's not
2029?
who should be the most upset. It should be the Lakers fans. It should be furious.
That's what I'm saying. The Lakers,
2029.
A 2029 first round pick
the Lakers literally
and second
could've
round
did-
picks.
They could have just did the fucking
Wow.
Patrick move from SpongeBob. I have $2, and they'd be like, all right, sure. They traded him for scraps. Anybody could have had him.
Fuck. Well, at least we got a clip.
I'm not even upset about it
Why?
because what am I? I
I
can
would've
use my
liked Kyrie.
stuff for
I
something
would
else.
have liked Kyrie.
I mean,
I
You
would-
said for a bag of chips, that's a bag of chips. That's Kyle Lowry
Some Skittles.
and like Jovic or something.
in Arizona.
Not really. Spencer Dinwiddie's better than Kyle Lowry,
He
and
is.
Dorian Finney-Smith is better than anybody else on the Heat roster that they would trade.
Touche.
I mean, but
Yes, he is.
2029.
Duncan Rob
I
could have
would've
put
been-
Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson.
That they would trade. I just said that they
Jovic.
would trade. So
First
outside of the top
rounders.
three,
We coulda
Dorian
had
Finney-Smith would
first
be the Heat's fourth
rounders.
best player.
God damn it.
He's better than Victor Oladipo. Yes, he is.
I wouldn't have traded Victor Oladipo.
They wouldn't be. Well, he has a no trade clause, but
Sayonara.
Wow.
Sayonara for Kyrie.
You went full Drewski. Sayonara.
Wow, that is
Damn,
That
that's
is-
fucking crazy.
wow.
And so it begins. The trades begin. See, now I would have done an
First
emergency
domino to
pod.
fall.
That would have been an emergency pod, but good thing we're doing it now. Here's the emergency.
should I have like?
I'm
Should I
surprised
have
you didn't
let
do
us?
like a car alarm or something like that?
Should I have
You
let
didn't
us
tell
finish?
me. You didn't tell me.
What do you mean?
Let us finish the pod,
and then
like
just-
sign off, and
be
then
like,
come.
"Oh,
Hey, by the way.
That would have been crazy. That would have been.
That would have been a heel move.
That would have been a heel move.
Ah, damn, maybe I
That's
should have done it.
crazy. Fuck, man.
I should have like looked at my phone, gave y'all a look, and just put it down, and then let y'all sign off and say, "Hey, so Kyrie."
It's fun. I got the same notification, but I didn't even bother looking at it. I just thought it was probably some shit about
Yeah.
the Pro Bowl or something. But
God damn. Any other final thoughts?
I'm
No.
excited for the trade deadline.
Well, speaking. This is part of. Or is that it for you?
oh shit.
What?
I mean, it's not a big deal. Joe Mixon out here threatening people. What's that all about?
Menacing. He's menacing people.
You saw what happened in Oklahoma.
I forgot that was.
Oh yeah. Oh.
To be fair, he's had like a really successful
Yeah,
career,
he
so
turned
it's
it
kind of
around.
like
Come
you
on,
forget
man.
that happened.
Yeah, until you saw Shorty on the sidewalk in fucking downtown Cincinnati.
He became like a fourth round pick for that,
our
right?
receiver had a
second.
he
One of
became
those
a
two.
Was
third
it?
round pick
Yeah.
because of his issue. And
He
had,
was
like,
supposed.
and
He
then
was
they
like the
had
best running back in that
Baker
draft.
the fucking Oklahoma police was the greatest fucking defense against Baker
Yo,
Mayfield, and he
dog,
got drafted
dog.
first
I am so sorry.
behind the Georgia Bulldogs.
That video was nasty. If TCU could have just had those dudes, oh man, that was.
Just to give you guys some heads up about what's coming on this upcoming week. Thursday, we are recording, so you'll have a pod on Friday. Thursday is the trade deadline. We will all be over the phone, including myself. We are going to have a trade deadline and a Super Bowl preview. So it's going to be a jam-packed show. So please make sure you tune in for that. And then the Super Bowl is obviously on Sunday. We will record on Monday. For the following, I will be over the phone. I assume these guys will be in person, but that's pretty much what's going on for this upcoming week. Is there any more, Brandon?
I want to make you a little bit more upset because this is funny. You guys seem to be upset about this trade.
What?
to our podcast, huh?
The Mavericks are sending a 2029 unprotected first-round pick, a 2027 second-round pick, and a 2029 second-round pick to the Nets.
You know, we could have done it, but but hold on. Remember, we traded our second round
Brooklyn
picks
is
away for
also
KZ.
sending. Yeah, they don't have any second-round picks. They have like 2.
Nigga, can I give you a 2031 or something? Like, apparently they're taking anything. Oh my
What?
god.
Oh, the Nets are giving away something?
Brooklyn is also sending Keith Morris to Dallas.
Interesting. That's not a
They
bad
had to
pickup.
add shit on the Kyrie deal.
Well, maybe to match the salaries.
To match salaries.
Probably.
I mean, he's not
Well,
like
there's your 4.
He wasn't playing.
That could have been our 4.
Who?
Markeith.
He didn't play last year.
Oh, he's playing this.
He won't go. They didn't play last year.
Oh, this is
Never forget
fantastic.
the whistle. Never
Bruh.
forget the whiplash.
LeBron seeing Kyrie get traded.
Oh, it's the fucking the Celtics thing.
We've low-key just done like 30 minutes of just nonsense. So like, you want to just turn it off.
Wait, what?
It will be Monday, February 6th, and your Georgia Bulldogs are back. Your back-to-back national champions. Now you can close it off.
Time.
All right.
Fuck you.
Yeah, man, might as well just give you the trophy now.
Go ahead, bro.
That's it?
Oh,
All
go
right.
Birds. Go Birds.
Oh, Brandon, you don't have no final thoughts? Or that was your final thought that you broke up?
No, Kevin Steele was my final.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it didn't matter because I broke the news.
Fucking Woj over here.
Gold
right.
gold star for you, buddy. There you go. All right. This has been the latest and greatest episode from the ScoreKeepers podcast. We will see y'all on Friday. Y'all have a wonderful week. And remember, anytime you see a cute girl and you have a little bit of low confidence, just think to yourself, if little Andres can do it, so can you. Y'all have a